Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 on the UK map. We're here in London. It is episode 50, 60, whatever it is. It's going to be a drive-by episode. We're going to be fast forwarding 10 odd years up to 1910. See what we get, see what we've got to play with for the next 10 episodes. We're currently here waiting for our first train. We're going to jump on that East Coast main line that I sort of made with the Great Western Railways trains. I think I see one in the distance. No, is it? Or is it a London Brighton South Coast number? It could actually just be the train that goes London to Southend-on-Sea. I think it is. Busy station here at London. I actually don't know. I thought, before I zoomed into this, I thought I seen one of the trains rolling in. We could be wrong. We so often are. Speed bump there. Every train station should have a speed bump. In fact, we'll hang about here because whatever train arrives, I'm pretty sure we can jump on it because it's bound to be something new. Apart from those 3 or 4 trains that just left, they're of old school nature. Or I suppose the one that goes London, Portsmouth, Southampton is new. That was actually in the station, however, I did not jump on it. Where are all the trains? Right, hold on. We'll be right back. We'll wait for a train to appear. Whoever goes first. Okay, so we are back. It looks like the first train to arrive is actually going to be a East Coast Main Line train, which is nice. There was nothing coming from the west, and these trains here have actually been and gone. They've done the full length of their journeys and been back to the other side, which was odd. Nothing came from the west at all, which leads me to believe either A, they're stuck, or B, there's maybe not enough trains on there. But let's jump on with this guy. Now, in fact, before we do, push pause. Let's set date time to, was it half speed or 2 times speed? Let's just push play. Yeah, it's going up pretty fast. 2 times speed is fine. Right, so we'll jump on board. Obviously that there, the the destinations where this train may actually go are not actually where it's going to go, because this is German and we're obviously in the UK. However, this East Coast train did pick up 126. That is taking its sweet ass time to get going, but now we're off. So, in that actual 5 minutes I had to sit and wait, even at 3 times speed, there was no train. And this is perfect timing. And there are 2 trains rolling out. One will be like the Southern East train, the other one will be the one that heads to Folkestone. But we're heading off. This is a decently fast train, so it should be able to get up to a decently fast speed. There is a long sort of trip between York and Norwich. There we go. Other little steam train rolling in them. So those 2 steam trains right there, the little tank engines on that light London Brighton South Coast Railway, are definitely need to be spaced out, because one was just leaving as the other one arrived, which is bad. That's no bueno. Now we've got a nice little, perhaps would be a picturesque view of a little lake there. Yes, and these East Coast mainline trains are absolutely not spaced out perfectly, because this one on the left here is rolling in just as the one we are currently on is leaving. So that's bad. So it means passengers will be stacking up at Newcastle. There'll be lots and lots and lots and lots of passengers, and like bits in between where there's maybe not there'll probably be no passengers because there'll be so much trains arriving at the same time. That's why I would love sort of scheduling or timetabling in this game. That would be super awesome. Alas, we don't have that. Now obviously, if you were to do timetabling and scheduling, you'd have to take into account other traffic on the lines, freight trains, etc. I mean, this is the Southend-on-Sea of London, just the express train. Now there might be another train that is currently being held up by that train back at Southend-on-Sea, which is fine because it sort of spaces that one out. But if you were doing timetabling and you wanted that other train to sort of be moving, if it was keeping a schedule and it got stuck behind that train, then that would be bad. We've got a Smoky Joe on the left there, taking Comats back to London. Now that train takes Comats back to London, and I think the route that runs the mail actually distributes it around London. I don't think I actually built up a Conmat distribution route actually in London. So here is third Great Western train, Great Northern train. So this one again, 3 of them are stuck between Southend-on-Sea and London. That's bad. That means there's only one somewhere between Norwich. Yep, you see, other platform there is empty. So that train there probably picked up nothing. Now obviously there are a crap ton of people that want to go from Southend-on-Sea out to Ipswich. Ipswich is not that far away. They could probably, if their vehicles were better and there was an actual road connection, which I think there is now, they could probably just drive there. Now there you go. No one basically got off at Southend-on-Sea. Like 4 people. I think it went down to like 120 or 122 or something. And we've got all these poor souls waiting. But hopefully when that third train reaches London, there might be lower capacity, so it could maybe pick up a lot of those people that are sitting on that platform. Right, we're off. There should be nothing coming from the right. There should be nothing on this line presently that would hinder this train. Now, we could entirely be wrong. Probably am wrong, but we're about to find out nonetheless. So off to Ipswich, just a short journey, just where that bridge is in front of us. I mean, I can see that, but not sure if by the time it's rendered, handbraked and posted on YouTube, will you be able to see that. Although, autosave. My bad. Should have switched autosave off for this. See, it goes pretty fast and then it just gets that last sort of quarter. It sucks real bad. There we go. We're back on the move. Sweet. Next time there's an autosave, I'll cut the recording and then restart again once we start rolling. So, don't know where the 4th train is. In fact, I think I do. I think I see it ahead. There's something that looks like a train in front of us. It might actually be a freight train on that other line. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping the 4th Great Northern Railways train is at least some way back here. There we go. I can see a Cannstatt in the distance. Now I'm praying to bejesus that we get a new truck. New truck would positively be awesome. There we go. Little freight train there that takes Conmats to Norwich. Oh no, Ipswich. Oh, we're only at Ipswich. We haven't even reached Norwich yet. So we've got freight station on the left, passenger station right here. Now, does anyone on the Great Northern Railway want to exit here at Ipswich. Decent amount of passengers on each side, so it is building up, which is perfect. Right, does anyone get off to allow these people to get on? Yeah, fair amount. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. And then we start to pick back up again. So this train will probably pick up everyone that's on that platform. The train behind it will probably get nothing. Yep, we didn't actually get a full load there, which means the next two trains behind it probably not going to get a full load either. And those two trains have probably been running empty from Ipswich to Southend-on-Sea. But we're off to Norwich. Little hop over to Norwich. Again, Norwich, Ipswich, pretty close. So yeah, the people might actually just be driving, or horse and cart. Horse and cart in it. Car in it, or horse and cart in it. Right. So eventually this line from Norwich will sort of branch off and go somewhere else. Probably to Peterborough. Because I think Peterborough is the next sort of place that we can go to. Looks like the freight ends there, which is fine. I can see an iron ore mine in the left hand side there in the distance. So are we actually going single time speed or double time speed? Don't know, but the screen is like doing this weird juddery thing. And I don't think it's just that realistic. That's an actual thing. I think that's like a frame rate issue. Although I am getting 55 frames a second here. 56. That's odd. Let's up it. Alright, let's go to whatever this is. I mean, the train does 75 miles per hour. I don't think we've been anywhere near that yet. We're absolutely not going to get anywhere near that rolling into Norwich. 40 it looks like. So we're getting decent frame rate, but the game is still doing this weird laggy stuttering thing. It's like packet loss, but we're not online, so it's weird. Right, here we go. 42, blustering pace. It's got quite a large consist as well, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Is that an industry? Yeah, it's an industry. We just passed there. We're heading up into Norwich. 118 on board. Let's see. It looks like there are a few people waiting here, which is nice. There's no sign of that last Great Northern Railways train. I would imagine it's probably been stuck somewhere between Newcastle and York. There we go. Norwich. Into platform 1 at Norwich, that's fine. It might actually take us the whole 10 years just to get across here. Maybe. Right, she's loading up. She's still unloading. So a lot of people want to go to Norwich. Now there's no way we're going to get full load from here. There just weren't that many passengers as we rolled in. 91, still pretty decent. Again, it means the two trailing trains are probably not going to get anything unless the commuter route in Norwich and Ipswich is doing very bad and there's a lot of people waiting to hop in a bus, which may also be a thing. Because I do have this nasty habit of creating commuter routes but not going back to revisit them. Just sort of utilise them and make them more efficient. Which I think I will do though before starting this next episode, because I think we're going to get some new buses at least. I think we actually get 2 new buses, like a double-decker bus and a obviously single-deck bus. But I don't think we get any trucks, because I think we should get the Benz, covered Benz truck, like tipper, hopper truck, and stake truck. But weirdly, in past experience, I've noticed that they don't always release at the same time, which is weird, but hey ho. Right, so we are off to York South, which is fine. Now the train might get up to 75 miles per hour here, because it's a hell of a distance to go, actually. So it sort of bypasses Hull. We might actually maybe see Hull on the right hand side there. There's a flock of birds in V formation. Right, so we're already approaching the top speed of what's actually reached presently. Still no sign of that fourth train, which was confusing. And there was no train for a very long time in London. There's definitely 4 on here, because there's 2 of each of that late British coach consist. I go up to 50 miles per hour, blistering pace. There we go, now we're at 50. Still getting weird lag thing happening, which is odd. And it's going to have to slow down here, because there's a corner where there's a junction. Yeah. Through that signal. In fact, this is quite a nice junction, so it shouldn't have to slow down at all. Nope. We're all good. Over the road. That's nice. Over this bridge. Pretty cool bridge. And it looks like it's actually got more than one bridge pillar, which is a sort of issue I've been having with this mod. It seems like in order to get the bridges to work, they have to be like ridiculously long. Did you slow down for that bridge? No, it's still speeding up. That's fine. Up to 60. Come on, see if you can get up to 70 at least. Because even though it's a fair distance, it is approaching a point where it's going to have to slow down soon. Now hopefully it can just blow through this junction and not have to slow down. Yes, nice. Come on, up to 63. There we go, 63. It might actually be going uphill now, so it might start to struggle. It's got the momentum though. Surely. Come on, 64. Come on. Come on. There we go, 64. Made it. So it literally took about 10 miles to increase speed by 1 mile per hour. That's interesting. 65 though. Nice. And then it'll be able to go downhill. 66. Yep. There we go. It seems to be picking up pace faster. I'm sure I'll get to 70. Doubt very much so if it'll get to 75. Still no sign of that other train, so I'm slightly disconcerted. I maybe just joined London Station before recording, maybe just as that train left. Maybe maybe it was that train I seen going out. I thought it was this one coming in. Possibly. That would explain why we've not seen it. Now this bit is odd. Sort of goes down and then it goes up. So it's doing 73, but it's not going to hold that. 74. Yeah, it's going uphill. Yeah, back down to 73. It's going to have to start slowing down soon. Now I think, possibly, that is Hull over there on the right hand side. Yeah, it's approaching this corner. Where it comes into the junction, and then it should feed into York. In fact, that might be York Station there. That city might actually be York. There we go, slowing down to 64. This is where it's going to meet its sort of first traffic. Right, slowing down for that corner, that's okay. A clear signal, that's good. There is a train in front. Now you branch off to the left here, right? Yep, you do. And then you've got this haywire junction. So a few freight trains. One going to pick up crude oil. One that just dumped fuel at York. Now there's nothing approaches from the left. I don't think. I mean, there should be a lot more trains here. I've no doubt that this train is going to get stuck. Ah, right. There is our missing Great Northern Railways train. So it appears he was actually in front of this one. Just. It's a hell of a long train. It's just long enough to fit into that station. Actually, no, there's tons of room because I extended York south. Now, York train station actually looks nothing like this. So it is like sort of bang in the centre of town. It's very old looking building. It's nice. It's a decent train station. It's got many platforms, some terminus platforms, mostly, well, terminus platforms for heading like sort of north or west, northwest, northeast. It's got a lot of through platforms for continuing on to the south. Right, you've actually got a signal that tells you that you can go. But I do think it folds into this line on the right hand side here for heading up to Newcastle. Right, autosave again. And autosave is done. Perfect. Look, it was like seamless. Right, another oil train there. Love the little brake wagon at the back. Awesome little mod that. So, into the tunnel, yeah, we do join up here. We do have a clear signal, which is absolutely shocking. I'd imagined it was going to get stuck. But there seems to be no Great Northern Railways mainline sort of train. Like the first Great Northern Railway train that I did. There probably should be one or two of them stuck up here. Now, this signal is letting us go as well. Holy crap, we're on a roll. The signals have been super kind to us. Now it should just have a straight shot to Newcastle. There is a lot of train traffic up here. There's a lot of freight going on. There's a train heading from that silver mine over to the left there. There are fuel trains, oil trains, a train that is stuck on the line. which we are going to get stuck behind now. Yep, definitely. So I think this is where the trains are sort of getting boxed in, is up here. Right, so we come to a halt at that signal. Okay, so we're back in action momentarily. Yep, so that train was not moving. I had to investigate it. And there's no signal further up. So that train was going to be stuck there forever, waiting for trains to pass on another line that it has to actually join. So there was actually a lot of traffic moving around, but it was a long time sitting waiting, but we're back in action now. And I can confirm that there is new stuff, because I had to come out of this view to get in to figure out what the hell was going on with that train. So back up we go, 30 miles per hour, another train heading down. That's probably one of the Great Northern Railway's mainline trains. I mean, it's pretty old now, so it should look pretty awful. Oh yes. Very, very, very grimy, dirty. Right, up to Newcastle, and then that should be the end of the line, right? Should be. This doesn't go out to the next place. Where is the next place? Can't actually remember. No, because there's an express train that heads out there. No, we're fine. We're good. Right, so Newcastle has grown as well, quite hugely, if I'm perfectly honest. So it's pretty massive. Alright, off we go. Heading for Newcastle transfer. No other trains. Can't actually see the station yet. Yeah, I can now. It's just popped into view right there. Passing a nice little farm on the left hand side. Another farm over there to the right hand side. Clear line all the way through. So that may be that train that was holding us up. Might have been the reason why some of these GNRs on the East Coast were getting stuck. Possibly. Now it looks like these people here are running some sort of death gauntlet. That car just made it. We still do have one or two horse and carts rolling about. We obviously don't have the bus lane road just yet, which is unfortunate because I would super duper love the bus lane road. Alright, and then we branch off into the single platform station up here. Nice. Where there are a few people waiting. Oh yes, right, lovely. We have arrived. Escape. Okay, right. Push pause. Now, we're the London North Eastern Railways Class C53, the GCR. Ooh. Don't know what that is. But there should be a depot up here. Now, we'll have to investigate a road depot as well. Date speed is paused when I pause, right? That's a thing? Yes, looks like it. So we're at April 10th of 1903. We've still got our variants. The sort of London North Western Railways Phase 1 set is gone. That's a thing of the past now. The Stockton and Darlington Railway 040 is probably the last remaining survivor. Looks like all the DX goods trains are still there. They do run in 1930. The Borsig is still on the go. the generic 060s, our London Brighton trains, our London North Western Railway G3. But we were way down here for this. So we used all the Caledonian Railways. The Greater Britain, the T3, the Jones Gouge, we used all that. The Denalister, the Spinner, the Atlantic, yep, the 060 in 3 different liveries, that one, the Greyhound, and the A35. So we have the SE, the South East and Chatham Railway was intended for top link services. These engines topped with shine and brass looked absolutely stunning. So it's pretty cool. 70 miles per hour. The South East and Chatham. I think we have Chatham. The GCR. Mixed traffics. A reasonably large Atlantic 442 built by Bayer, the widely successful class of mixed traffic locomotive. So these are both mixed traffic, which is cool. Checks this thing. No info on this, but it looks cool. I mean, is it for freight or maybe like a really small passengers? Right, let's actually check passenger. Right, so the 6-wheeler was our last. It still is. We've got the box cars and stuff. These are all still the same. Now, I'm assuming there's no diesels, there's no electrics, multiple units. If the mod offers that, will also still be available. Right, so that was that. Give me a road depot, please. So, buy road vehicles. Still the Cannstatt. No new bus or anything. Nope, nothing new there. We're going to say that's alarming. Now, obviously there's no planes. We don't get planes till 1925. But we'll just check ships real quick. I did add a mod for a ship. This, the Waxholm, 20 miles per hour, 83 capacity. I mean, we've got the steamship ferry rolling. 16 miles per hour, 100 capacity. I might change up some of the smaller lines to this, the Waxholm, because it does actually look like a seafaring ship. Used in Sweden, I think, yeah, Stockholm area. That's cool. How long is it? 1950, so we've got time. Like, ships like this. That looks like a steamship ferry. And I might keep that steamship ferry. Probably steamship ferry over here as well. Ooh, what's happening down here? Ah, they're waiting to pick stuff up. Perfect. Yeah. But that's a steamship ferry as well. I do need to get, however, a ferry that goes from Aberdeen up to Wick. And one from Stornoway down to Oban. So we can add that next time. In fact, I think I've got one. Yeah. So it looks like the last one will be that Wick. It would actually come out here to these like Orkney Isles. But we'll have one going to Wick. Or we could have one. There's no ferry at Elgin that comes up to Wick. That's not a thing that happens. We could have something like Newcastle down to France. If we had Newcastle to Holland, that would be super cool. I'll figure out somewhere to use it. Right, but now it's time to find another train. Back to London town. Right, so we're in 1903. Please tell me you're something. It's the Greyhound. The London South Western South. Right, let's double speed this. Let's jump on board with this guy. So I think you had like 8 people on board there. Going back with a stunning 25. Why do these trains take like 50 years to turn around? Oh no, this one's got the speed bump to contend with. That's disconcerting. Sure he'll make it though. Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. Why you stopped? Or why were you stopping? Because of the speed bump? Maybe. Right, so there was that GCR railway. Great Coast Grand... Oh no, I don't actually know. I'll have to Google it. To actually find out where that is. Will we Google it now? While we're on... see, this junction in here is terrible. It's hideous. But it's in a tunnel, so no one sees it. So we're perfectly happy to leave it like so. Right, let's just check this. GCR Railway. Was it the Great Central Railway? Let's check on the Wikipedias. Yep, there's the logo. Oh, okay, so you ran beside like Leeds, Sheffield, Manchester, Liverpool, and you sort of branched up towards like Newcastle and stuff. And then it looks like it went down south as well. So the London North Eastern Railway was, yeah, okay, 1897 to 1922. Its predecessor was the Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway. So I'm sure we can find trains for that. Awesome. Now we know though, so that's fine. Great Central Railway, makes sense. GCR, yep. Okay, so other Greyhound London South Western Railway's train is just in front of us, I think. There's the London Brighton South Coast train that heads to Portsmouth and Southampton. Might be an interesting train to jump on as well. Is this the actual Greyhound though, or is this the... No, that's the... like the Southwest Main Line. So that's the one that goes all the way to Exeter. Probably going to be the train we're going to jump on next. I mean, this one doesn't actually take long. Once it gets to Basingstoke, it hangs a left into Southampton. Bada bing, bada boosh, done. Happy days. But I am happy that I got that London Brighton South Coast Railway train that goes Southampton, Portsmouth, London. Because if you go to Brighton station, there are like 450 odd people queuing to get on tiny little trains. I'll probably have to upgrade. It looks like the Jenny was gone. The London Brighton South Coast Jenny had disappeared. So it would make sense to upgrade that. Yeah, Greyhound, there's the opposite number. So they are spaced out quite nicely. One's in the middle and the other one's arriving in the middle. There's a London South West Railways freight train. Now, do I actually have Chatham on the map? I don't think I do. I think I have Chippendale or something. Right, into Basingstoke. Picking up slightly more passengers there, 42. Not quite a half load, but I think this train's still fairly new. I mean, we only relatively built it like an episode, 2 episodes ago. But I'm eager to see when this thing arrives if we have a new road vehicle. Bus or truck, either or will be fine. I'm really hoping truck, because I want to do a lot more with freight, but I obviously want better trucks, which is a thing. Right, so off we go, heading out to Southampton. Now this is an 80 mile an hour train. The wagons, the coaches, consist will also do 80 mile an hour, but I sort of mixed it up. I should have had the Greyhound possibly on the London South West Railway main line, and had the other one sort of running this section here. But it's okay, because it did say that these trains were mainly used for running passenger services into the heart of London, so I really just wanted to get them on a line that went into London. Right, it's going to be going downhill. I suppose the fastest section would be the Basingstoke to London side. It's a nice long straight journey. I mean, it's probably going to get up to about 50. Yeah, there we go. Starting to climb now. It's actually still picking up speed as it's climbing. There we go. We lost 1 mile per hour there. Just seen a train taking off there in the distance. Weird floating houses there, it's cool. Tree that belongs in the desert. No palm trees here. Southampton, that's good. Yeah, I was waiting to say, this one definitely goes onto that left side platform. Because I think the other train was the London Brighton South Coast that went Southampton, Portsmouth to London. Yeah, very nice. Right, we have arrived. Push escape. Great Western Railway stuff. Right, the precursor class was a train I had before, but it was like renamed. We've got some new Great Western Railway stuff. So that leads me to believe that the London North Western Railway's shortly going to become a thing of the past. And then we're going to be into Great Western Railways. Although I did say in a previous video that although there are a lot of wagons and stuff, it seems like there are a lot less Great Western Railways locos available. Now I was looking for a mainline train. Let's see where they are. So you just flew right across the map back to Exeter. There we go, there's our Queen Empress. Beautiful train. Right, who is where? And who is what? There's our Greater Britain. What other trains did we have? I had a train that went up to Yeovil and down to Bath. I've got Chippenham, I don't have Chatham. I am assuming Chatham is over this way somewhere. Worcester Supermare. I'll have to check it on the map. It's fine though. Right. Trying to now figure out what lines I actually created. Go back to that. Click on Exeter. Main line. So it looks like we've got one that's just left. That was the first one. Don't know where that one is. Right, you're there. This one is in a tunnel somewhere. Heading for Basingstoke. Last one is right in the middle there. Okay. Let's have a wee look around. Now I did do a train up here, Leicester to... Is this it? The spinner. Excellent. And it's basically just left. We did miss one or two trains there. Let's jump on board with this one. Go and go. 2 times speed. Alright, so we're off on the Express Rail Passenger Leicester Hull Midlands Railway Spinner. Now again, there ain't much happening on this line. However, there are 1 or 2 freight trains at the start. I mean, it's nice to ride on the sort of lines that you've made. Okay, so we've got Hideous Junction there for depot, train depot. We've got the precursor class, which I'm assuming is like the previous model, but slightly more juiced. Maybe better tractive effort, maybe faster speed. I'm sure I can find that a line somewhere to go on to. In fact, most are LNWR mainline is going to be changed sharpish as well. So we'll get some newer trains on that. Right, I do see freight train up here. This train should not stop because of it though. It should just cruise straight through this station. There we go, very nice. So that one is loaded up nicely. That Midlands Railway train is very, very, very old and very dirty. Right, so we're picking up a fair bit of speed, 75 miles per hour, top speed of the spinner. It's got that large consist behind it though, so it may struggle somewhat. And I do believe shortly it's going to be fighting an uphill battle. We'll have to wait and see though. Ooh, what was that? What was that? There was like a weird lump in the track. That's probably just derailed the train. If this was real life. We're up to 50 though. Decent mover this. Still getting weird like lag spikes. But I'm getting 60 frames a second, which is odd. So that weird stuttering we're getting is something else. CPU, RAM maybe. Although I do have 32 gigs of RAM. So we should, for all intents and purposes, be good on that front. CPUs may be taking a beating. I have noticed, while rendering these videos, the drive-bys take a hell of a lot longer. I think it's because there's like more happening. It's like trying to render in the like the grass, the texture of this, and like the inside of this tunnel, etc. All the scenery that it's moving past. Now, this is just a little short trip though. We should be coming down into Hull. Some nice little bushes and stuff. This junction was a real pain in the ass to build, but now it's built, so I'm happy. And this bridge is something else. You'll see in just a second. It's got a hell of a turn going on. Oh Jesus! I like this though. It wasn't supposed to do that split bridge thing. But I actually like the weird split bridge thing. I mean, it snapped back to normal here when we're doing this section. But it was doing some sort of weirdness when I built that bridge, and I was annoyed for the first few seconds, and I thought that looks kind of cool, I'm going to keep that. Right, so these industries here have not been taking care of their storage tanks because they are rusty as hell. Oh yes. That is one thing I am slightly concerned about, is how the hell I'm going to get freight into Hull. In fact, there's a lot of cities that I am worried about. How the hell am I going to get freight into this city? But I will figure it out when the time comes, and I will demolish any building that stands in my way in order to get that. So, citizens of Transport Fever 2 UK map playthrough, just be wary. Your home or homes or place of work may not be long for this world. Right, there we go. We should be popping up into Hull Station. There is another train that comes in here. There will be another train added for coming into here as well. Auto save. And we're back in action. So, into Hull. Ooh, I thought that junction was going to look stupid, but it actually looks okay. I am actually incredibly surprised that this road actually complied to what I was actually needing. There we go, into the station. Looks like the Midlands Railway sort of main line has no train at the moment. I'm thinking about upgrading them because they're running like the 060, and I do have better trains. Right, push escape. Looks like we've got, oh wait, Great Western Railway stuff, just after I said that there wasn't any. These four pop up, and we got a bus. Awesome. Now that looked like a lot of trains, but it's actually just two trains with a reversed version of that train. We got the bus though. 1905. I think in 1907 we get another one, possibly. Right, where are we heading for again? We always head back to London and hope for the best. So there's. Who are you? Wait. London South Western Railway's main line. Sweet. And he's just leaving. Perfect timing. Heading for Basingstoke. Oh, and a Greyhound smashes into the speed bump on the right hand side there. Everyone was killed. Severe damage to the loco and station. Lawsuits to follow. Right, off we go. Yes, that was perfect timing. It's the first time I've arrived at a station and a train I needed to actually jump on has actually been there, so hooray, there is a first for everything. Oh, it's okay, the signal is up. I was about to say, this is gonna like leave us for like 50 years stuck inside this tunnel. because I managed to jump on this train straight away. Oh yes, look at that. Hideous, hideous junction work there. Perfectly concealed by the tunnel and about 10 million tons of rock and dirt and grass above it. Perfect. Out of sight, out of mind. Right, so we're heading off. Next stop is Basingstoke. Quite a long route. This should take us 1 or 2 years in game time, although it feels mega slow in real time as well. The thing is, like, that you see trains with top speeds at 80 miles per hour, 75, 65, 70, and you think, woofed, that'll be fast. But then you realise it's a steam train and that it takes like 1 million years to actually reach its top speed. So you kind of get bummed out. It's like, oh no, this isn't at the blistering pace I was expecting. It's partially my fault as well, because I've added, we'll say, long, heavy consist on the back of it, which doesn't help into the daylight. Now, a lot of people say there's no point having things like weather or day-night cycle in Transport Fever 2. Imagine popping out there and seeing like a beautiful sunset or something, or like rain clouds, or thunder and lightning, or night, dusk, dawn, whatever. That would be cool. I think it would be cool. I mean, these clouds and things were a nice touch. I can't remember, did Transport Fever 1 have clouds? It had like a weird sun effect that was always permanently in the same place. There is a night mod for this, and there was actually a sunset mod for Transport Fever 1 that really made the game beautiful. It just popped. It looked really nice. I mean, lots of people say that nighttime wouldn't work, that you can't build at night. But in City Skylines, in Anno 1800, games like that, you sure as hell can build at night. I know, I've done it, I've seen it done, it looks totally fine. I mean, if you were playing something like Escape from Tarkov, now when you're in nighttime in Escape from Tarkov, you are in nighttime, you don't see anything. Unless you've got a decent set of NVs. There is ambient light from like stars and buildings that have got lights on, etc. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, like especially on the forest map, holy crap, at night it is night. You can't see anything. And that's how it's supposed to be, because it's a realistic first person shooter. Like a milsim, and that's what you would actually see if you were out there in that field at night. It's like, oh my god, I'm getting shot from where? You don't know because it's night. You need to see the muzzle flash or the tracers. If they're not using tracer rounds, you need to see the muzzle flash, or you need a decent pair of night vision goggles. But in building games, where there is day-night cycle, you can always build. I mean, most trains will have a lamp on the front of it, or a light that is on permanently, day or night, no matter when. Planes have always got lights, with our taxi lights, takeoff, landing, anti-collision lights. Everything has lights. If the game developers just added, take this house on the left here, maybe not every single window lit up, but 1 or 2 windows lit up just to shed a bit of light, maybe some street lamps. I mean, the game has roads with streetlights on it. Look, there's a street lamp right there on the edge of that road. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 10 and a tiny bit of road, so it'd be cool if that actually worked. Alas, it does not. Right, we're heading off for Yeovil. Now this is a long journey, Basingstoke to Yeovil, but there is a large hill that goes into a tunnel that the train has to climb. Apparently Yeovil was built on a mountain. Never been there, so don't actually know the actual real life geography of where Yeovil is. I know the football team, or soccer team, if you're American. But yep, never actually been there. There should be a train on the left, a freight train. I think we've just missed it. Or I think it's about to pop its little head over this little mound here. That's where that trees are. I can't see it. I see the steam, the smoke. It is. That's a London South Western Railways train as well. It's actually a mixed it's like a mixed traffic train, so it can do goods and passengers. We are utilising it for goods because it's nice. Nice to have a bit of variety. So it's going to pop down this hill for a tiny wee section, and then it's going to pop up the hill for a very long section. Off we go. I've only seen one other train. I think these are actually spaced out nicely. Pretty sure. Because I actually took the time to wait to launch them individually. Here's one returning now. The other one is between Basingstoke and London. So that's decent, which means the one behind is somewhere between Yeovil and Exeter. And there is a separate train that goes to like Bath, Yeovil and someone else. Is it Bath? Western-super-Mare? Maybe? Possibly? Right. So one train, how fast is it going? 42. This hill absolutely destroyed it. Although, once it gets out of Yeovil, it will be able to go downhill. It should reach a decent speed as it rolls into Exeter. If we're lucky, we'll see our Queen Empress, or Greater Britain, which will be on the line next to it. There, see, it's still dragging. Still going at 40 miles per hour. Because it's still dragging the end of that huge consist up through the tunnel. I mean, it's cleared a fair distance now, so it should be able to pick up a bit of speed, hopefully. Got a clear signal, obviously, because there's no other train in front of us, or there shouldn't be. Slightly alarmed if there was. Still doing 40. Modded bridge coming up. Love the modded bridge pack. It's awesome. That's another thing that gets me. This is a great game. The guys at Urban Games have done a fantastic job this far. And they keep putting out the patches. The performance patches, which is nice. So we're getting slightly better results as the game comes on. But they could have added a few more bridges. The stone arch bridge just gets super boring after about like the third one. And it's like, man, you just want something different. I mean, the human race is not perfect, but they are creative. If everyone built the same bridge, if everything looked the same, you'd want to shoot yourself. So that's why things are different. They're obviously different places had needed access to only had access to certain materials. Like you've got like the sort of clay coloured brick, like the red brick. Most of it is like the greyish colour. Some people had access to steel, some people did not. Wooden bridges. I mean, the wooden bridges on like you see in America, like the old frontier bridges, are super cool. They look mega dangerous because it's just like wood with a set of rails on it, and then any deviation to the left or right and the train is gone. And they're normally super high up over like rivers and gorges and stuff as well, but they look epic. There we go. So absolutely no one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people that want to go to Exeter. And here's the returning train now. But it looks like everybody sort of wants to go to Bath. I think that train goes to Bath. The one that these people wait for. There's other train. Here's one of the trains right now, actually, creeping up the hill. And we bypass Western-super-Mare here, right? That's a cool train. I like that. I think it maybe just needs to be bigger and have a bigger consist. Heading for Exeter. Sweet. So if we get more Great Western Railways, we'll be able to change up and phase out some of our older London North Western Railways trains, as it were. Right, down the hill it goes. Now it should be tearing down this hill like a bat out of hell. Apparently it's not. There we go. Here's a different coloured bridge, like a sort of goldy coloured brick. Or is it clay coloured? It's hard to tell. Ooh, autosave. Right, we're back in action. It's a good system, that. Pausing it while the autosave is doing its thing. Pausing the recording, that is. So down the hill she goes. 50 miles per hour. Would have expected it to do more. Might hit 55 or something by the time it reaches the bottom. I think that's 75 top speed of this train. There we go. There is... Where? Where is that? Western-super-Mare. Now, our Queen Empress in Greater Britain head through here and then pop off to Bristol. Not seen one yet, but it should mean that there's one on the line. Because it goes from Barnstaple to Exeter, out to Western-super-Mare, and then to Bristol. Yep, that station back there was Western-super-Mare. My memory just kicked in right at the last second there. So up to 58. Can you not get up to 60? Surely. It's actually slowing down. I think it's going uphill. It's bad. I want to go faster, not slower. But yep, I am happy with the way the trains on this London South West Railway's main line are spaced out. Super happy with that. If you were playing hardcore, like trying to make every single line profitable, you would spend about 90% of your time spacing out. Not so much freight. Freight is fine. Freight you can set to just sit and wait for a full load. If there's too many trucks sitting and they're not getting anything, you just sell some. But for passengers, it's a hit or a miss. If you leave a train on a line for too long, it blocks other trains on the line. Beautiful Queen Empress there on the right hand side. Lovely consist as well. And we enter our final destination here at Exeter. Now, because that Queen Empress is there, it tells me that... Oh, we're at 1906. Push pause. Right, the London North Western Railways Class F British Pullman wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they are really nice. 1906. Right, time to jump on another train. Now, it looks like that's not going to fit in the station, but it actually will. Right, you're there. If you're there, it means the Greater Britain is somewhere else. Where? Oh yeah, you've just left. Just left Western Supermare. This little train heads up here and then goes to Bath. However, this one has just left, so we'll jump on board. The Bristol Super. Off we go. This will take us into 1907, hopefully. So this train absolutely does run with a full load. In fact, we need more trains on this line. I might add a 1 or 2 London North Western trains on here. Maybe that Class F, but I think the Class F is freight. Possibly. Could be wrong. But I've got a feeling, an inkling, that it is. And I think because we got those British Pullman wagon what the hell do you call them? Coaches. I think we're going to start to get faster trains. I think possibly they do 100 or 110 or something, or it might be 100 bang on. We shall have to wait and see. But this is a nice little route here. We might actually see our Queen Empress or Greater Britain on its way back. Yep, there's his... so these are spaced out perfectly. One reaches the top of the hill, the other swings down and goes down the hill. Right, lots of people want to go from Yeovil to Bath, but no one wants to go from Yeovil to Western Super. There we go. I do see a train in the distance. Down this hill we go. A couple of gentlemen on the platform there, going somewhere. Ooh, little palm tree there. Perfect. Alright, down we go. You can see the mountains and stuff in the distance. It looks epic. One of the things is, just to the right hand side there, up where like past like Cardiff and Swansea and that, there is actually Tidfall is up in that mountains, which is cool. Alright, down the hill we go. We're pretty much almost there. This train just goes to Western Supermare and then to... Now I've named it the Bristol Super, which is odd because it doesn't go to doesn't go to Bristol. It goes to Bath. But we'll leave it named as such. Alright, round they go. There's one of the mainline trains. Probably that one we jumped onto to begin with. Ooh, there's something. the Queen Empress. So we'll maybe catch that train as it goes into Bristol. There we go. We're starting to see a lot more cars on the road as well. I think the time of horse and cart is possibly come to an end. Lots of people at the station here, which is nice. So this thing will definitely have a full load. Right, let's push escape. We should be into... We've got the large Atlantic, which is nice. 3 more years left to go. We'll wait for that very lovely Queen Empress to arrive. Or wait. You're almost there too. So we'll wait for you. We'll have a look-see in the depot. So buy vehicles steam. Let's go right down to the bottom. So the large prairies. Wow, 60 miles per hour. Categorized as large prairies. Designed for passenger and freight. That's excellent. And the GWR 450 class. Branch lines. Sweet. The precursor, yes, 75. So I think that's definitely... It looks really nice as well. So we'll get one of those running. Another Great Northern Railways number. The large Atlantic 75. Right, that's nice. So we've at least got that. Right, has this train arrived yet? Now, knowing me, it's probably alright now because there's still people waiting. Barnstaple. Where are we going after Barnstaple? Newquay. We're going to go Exeter, Portsmouth. Newquay, Penzance. There we go. She has arrived into July of 1907. So that's fine. See, just letting the game run, we're making a fortune. Earnings 51, 52 million. This thing's about to drop off. It didn't make profit, but it will. Alright, let's jump on board with the Greater Britain. We'll have a quick look at it. Look at that. Lovely. It's even got the nice little whistle there. Let's jump back on to the front. And off we go. Maybe take it down a touch. There we go. Perfect. Off she goes. Decently fast train as well. Can't remember if it's 75 or 80. Probably not long enough to reach 75 or 80 on this particular line. I didn't actually see the Class F when I was in that depot. So I'm going to have to go back and find it. I saw the precursor class, but there's a London North Western Railways class. I think it's maybe in those Phase 2 variants. We'll have to check it out. Check it out we shall. But at least we've got some new trains for upgrading some of the older trains, which is going to be nice. So we're happy with that. This is sort of... there we go. Try and centre that slightly more better. So we're heading for Exeter. We shall then be heading for Western-super-Mare. And then we'll be heading for Bristol, where this train will start its return journey. That's a hell of a street. That hill is actually not as bad as I first thought it was. The cars, we're definitely getting new cars, and I haven't seen a horse and cart in some time. Sweet. Now our Queen Empress will be on here as well. I do prefer the white one. I prefer the Queen Empress to the Greater Britain. I mean, there's plenty of trains in red, green, blue, black. But yeah, the white train really stands out. The London Brighton South Coast Railway trains are mostly yellow. So it's nice to see a white loco. I like the sort of white colour. It really does stand out. Alright, heading for XR. So you drop off everybody? No. It went down to 19 and then we're back up to 56. That's fine, it's more than half. Right, that London South Western Railways train is gone. We're probably not going to be able to catch up to it. Oh, this thing is actually really slow when it comes to taking off. Are we at 3 times speed there? 2, 3. I think we are. Is it actually catching that train? So even though this train is dead slow, the other one is also dead slow. Go look at that smoke plume in the distance. Awesome. I suppose it is going uphill, and it's still actually increasing speed as it's going uphill, so we'll give it its due. Can you reach 28? No, you can. Sweet. Right, that other train is out of sight now, pretty much. We can still see its smoke plume. We just can't see the train. Smoke plume should disappear as it's going into the tunnel. Yeah, this section is super slow. Right, dodged that autosave there, which is fine. Alright, downhill, come on. Now you're going downhill, you should be better. Hopefully. There's the Queen Empress returning. So these have bunched up somehow. There we go. Beautiful train. Now I wanted to get them into London, but I'm going to get them into the London station. Maybe not the southern one, but they may replace our older London North Western Railways trains. In fact, they will replace them. Start of next episode. In fact, I'll do it before starting the next episode, because we'll get onto freight. I want to get more freight done. Alright, around we go into Western Supermare. I think it hangs a left here. Yep, it does. A couple of trains going up that hill in the distance. That hill is brutal, actually. 1 or 2 people. There's quite a lot actually waiting here. Right, unloading passengers. Loading passengers, 68, still a decent number. Although we did not drop off everyone here. Only some were dropped off. There we go. Sort of smaller, sort of tank engine. London South Western Railways train there. Awesome. Right, so I do believe, because this train is quite slow, that we should potentially be almost done. Should be roughly about 1910. There we go. There's another London South Western Railways train on the right hand side. That should be absolutely blistering down that hill. Since it was under power and it's basically free falling. It's been aided by gravity. But it's not. Engineer must have had the brakes on the whole time. Right, so under the tunnel. Now this tunnel, if we were to look to the left now, which we will do slightly, you'll see nothing. No, the town of Weston-super-Mare and Bristol have basically merged into one. Now, I did mention stuff about intercity buses. We are absolutely going to have intercity buses. Yes, having intercity buses and roads for public use does sort of whittle away at train line profitability. But you see, the thing is, as road vehicles got better, there was less use for trains on like really short journeys. So why would you have them if you don't need them? It's probably a lot cheaper to run a bus or 3 or 4 buses with say 120 people on them rather than 1 or 2 trains. Right, here we go. We should... Oh, wait. How does this work again? We go left here, right? Yeah, it's a through line for something else if I need it in the future. Right, so round here. And then we should be into Bristol. Hopefully it's sometime around... I'm gonna say December of 1908. Wow, there's no... Oh, I was waiting to say there's absolutely no one waiting on that right hand platform, but there actually is. It's going into the left side. Right, so this train has arrived. There are quite a few lines that head into Bristol here. I mean, Bristol's sort of like the main place to go to if you want to go over to Wales. There we go, lots of trains in the distance. We are into 1908, but we got no new vehicles. Now we could jump on board with one last train, but I think that's been quite long enough. We were 3 times speed in that. We'll leave it to 3 times speed that. We'll jump on here. Right, so the Class F. Alright, go to 2 variants. Phase, yeah, because there were 7 of these and there was 8. Class A and the Class F. It was a heavy freight locomotive. Perfect. We've got the Class A. So were these all... I mean, I love these trains. They're awesome. 60, it's good. 50, good. 47, not too bad. 45, 40. 75, 40. 50. Then we've got this, the London North Western Railways G3, which we've used on several lines, I think. I want to use this train again, the 483, and perhaps get another spinner somewhere. But yes, our SEC and R. What did we say that was again? South East and Chatham Railway. Don't know where that is. We'll figure it out though. London North Eastern Railways. the LNER. The LNER is obviously still on the go today. This thing looks like a beast. Express passenger. Right, there's the other bus in at 1909. But there's no truck. No truck that I can see. So we'll keep fast forwarding this, and then we'll come back just before 1910. Then we can sort of end the episode. I've got a few trains here though. Love this station. Apart from the speed bump is disconcerting. Apart from that, it's fine. So we're back, and we're in 1910. London North Western Railway's late, and the open wagon. So not much there. I was right. The truck, the Benz truck, doesn't arrive till 1912. Now I want to do more things with freight, but I need better trucks. So I don't know exactly what it is I'm going to do. But we'll figure it out. We may do half. I may do like 5 episodes of like 1910 and then fast forward it to 1912 and then get the trucks and then move on to freight. Although I want freight now. But, don't know. Would I fast forward it to 1911, 1912? Perhaps. Maybe. No, I think I'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll let the chips lie as they may. So, that's going to be it for this episode. A perfect ending. Absolutely no trains to look at. Where the hell is everyone? But yeah, we're going to leave it there. That's a skipped on Back to the Future, another 10 years to 1910, so we're getting there. Before long we'll be in like the year 2000, all will be well. Who the hell are you? I'm looking for the Greater Britain or the Queen Empress, one of the two will do. There we go, perfect. But yeah, we'll leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so, and if there's more you'd like to see in the future, then hit that subscribe button. I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever 2, and I will catch you later.